this is Miss Bumphus again today. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't able to meet with you all today or this week. This COVID-19 have everybody in the house. So I'm going to try to bring what I can to you. And hopefully you'll find it beneficial. So we're going to have STEM, but I also want to help and get you to understand a little bit more about this COVID-19 for some of you who don't have a clear vision. We studied animal cells last week, week before last, and we also made little jello desserts with fruits in it to show different parts of those cells. Well, what I wanted you to understand is that the biggest thing and most important thing with the COVID-19 is that those aioli cells attacks your cells inside your lungs, and that's why it's called acute respiratory disorder syndrome. Once you reach that point, your lungs dies. The COVID-19 bacteria takes over your cells, kills it. It becomes mucus, and it clots up your little air packages in your lungs. So this week we're going to be focused on ways to filter your lungs, keep yourself more, breathing fresh air, and we're going to be doing that with plants. Planting plants, talking about outdoor shrubberies, wooded contiguous forests, different type of trees, just things that we could do outside that I would encourage you to do outside while you're at home so that you can be more healthy. And of course, you have to eat healthy every day. Vitamin C boosts your immune system. Vitamin D, but that vitamin D cannot process properly in your body unless you're outside receiving that sunlight. And one of the big questions about COVID-19 is if the bacteria or that virus is going to be affected by the sun and heat, how it works or how it spreads under this. I've heard rumors, not knowing if it's true, just searching the web, that sun may not be its best friend, and it may actually slow the spreading of it, if not kill it off, once it get really, really hot, but still it's not that hot yet. So we still have big problems and things to worry about. Practice staying 6 feet apart from each other, but get exercise, because if you're obese or have high blood pressure, weak immune system, you will be someone that could possibly get sick. 80% of the cases that China reported, that is also showing that same parallelism here in the Carolinas or in the USA, is that 80% of people who do get this disease, COVID-19 or coronavirus, recovers, or is mild or just like a cold. And 14% of them goes to the hospital, and maybe 6% of them die. So regardless, we don't want it. We want to take care of ourselves. We never know how our body may react to it or whatever, okay? So eat healthy, get your vitamin C, get your vitamin D, get your exercise, and let's filtrate those lungs. Now, I know in class, a lot of you students are now covering in math area of different polygons. So this is a formula. You can pause the video and you can write them down. So we have your rectangle, base times height. That's your base times your height. We have your square, 4, whatever the length of the side is, times 4, or base times height again. Triangles. Triangles are only half of rectangles or triangles. So you take half of their base times height for that formula. So try to visualize it in that sense. We have our trapezoid. And with our trapezoid, we have base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2, multiply it by the height. Okay? And then for your circles, that's pi radius squared. You know, your diameter is the line to go from one side of the triangle straight through the middle, split it in two halves, and that's your diameter. But we want half of that, and then you square it, okay? So it'll be the square root of it. So take these notes, all right, and practice it and remember them so that when you do take your EOG, for those of you 3 to 4, you'll have some idea. 4th and 5th graders will get this here, though. 4th and 5th graders will get this. 6th, all the way up through high school, but this is your basic formulas for all of those polygons, okay? All right, let's get down to what I really want to talk about, filtrating those lungs. But let's start in the house. In the house, we will be looking and growing houseplants. We need to know, and most of you know this from this summer, what these plants need to grow, okay? And we studied over the summer the different layers of the earth, the soil, the tops, the crust, and all of that. So I'm going to give you a little refresher, and then we're going to go into our next session, making and producing those little plants, okay? We're going to start with the house plants. And house plants are grown in the house. Of course, we know this, but it still requires sunlight. So you need to put these plants by a window so sun can come in on it, okay? Now, the good thing about having plants in your home is that it releases oxygen. So through photosynthesis, it takes in carbohydrates, what we releases from our lungs, and trees and plants provide us with fresh, clean air, okay? So, let's take a look at this, all right? Let's draw a little flower. I love flowers. Okay, put a little leaf on it. A little leaf. Leaf. Okay. Put some more leaves here. Alright, and we're going to put this couplet. And I think I don't have a yellow, so we'll make a beautiful red flower, okay? Okay? Right there. We're going to put orange in the middle. And I have most plants, you don't see it that well, but it's orange or yellow in the middle. But you would also see a lot of little specks. Boom, 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 boom. And those specks are like little seeds, okay? So let's finish drawing our beautiful plant here. Flower. I love flowers. Okay? And we need some nice, rich soil, okay? That nice, rich soil is going to provide this plant with all the roots of the plant. With the nutrients, okay? So, those nutrients that you will find in the ground, all these little nutrients will flow through the roots into the plant, to its leaves, to the flower, and that's how it gets its nutrients, okay? We have our decomposers, as we learned, little wormlets, baits, that crawls through the dirt, breaking down old leaves, old plants that dies, animals, anything that dies and falls on our soil. These little decomposers will break it up, and we made some of those this summer. So remember that, okay? So we have our nice, good topsoil here. Remember the layers of the soil is your topsoil, Your hummus is on top. That's what you have all your nutrients in, okay? And then we have our, what is that soil? Soil and bedrock. Clay or bedrock, okay? So we're going to be dealing with the hummus, the nutritious top layer of this, okay? All right, so here's our beautiful flour. And what do our flour need other than that nice good old soil? It needs nice, rich soil. It needs lots of sunlight, just like we need sunlight. We get our energy from what we eat. And what we eat usually get its energy from some type of plant. Okay? Or something that's eating a plant. Yeah. So, we have our sun here. Sun and sunlight. Those sun rays. Oh, that flower just loves those sun rays. So, our flower needs lots of sun, okay? Lots of sun. Alright? It also needs rain. Rain. Raindrops keep falling on my head. So, it needs rain. So, those are the three main components that our flower needs, okay? To send it through photosynthesis, its little cell right here needs food, water, and energy and sunlight, okay? So, the three things again is soil, sun, water. If your plant have all three of these, then it will grow and flourish. So, think about that, because when we do put our little plant in our pot and grow it, it's going to be beautiful because we already know how to take care of it, okay? All right, I'll see you tomorrow when I make and plant my first. No, we're going to just put a house plant that's already growing in some soil, I think, okay? So I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. And remember, take care of yourself and love your family.